In this video, we're going to talk about real-life examples of one-to-one and onto functions. Our task at hand is to construct two samples of functions for each category mentioned here, both one-to-one and onto, one-to-one but not onto, onto but not one-to-one, and neither one-to-one nor onto functions. These two characteristics of functions are highly dependent upon the two sets where they operate, the domain and the codomain. Let's look at an example of both one-to-one and onto function. For all the examples I will discuss, on the left circle we have the domain and the right circle represents the codomain. The domain contains the elements hydrogen, mercury, and gold, while the codomain contains the state of matter, solid, liquid, and gas. Let's look at each element and see where they categorize as. Hydrogen occurs naturally as a gas and is used as a clean and sustainable alternative to fossil fuels. They are also used for treating metals, producing fertilizer, and processing food. Despite being a metal, mercury is a liquid and is used in laboratories for making barometers, pumps, and thermometers. Gold is another metal, and this one is solid. Being a precious metal, gold is used for jewelry, medals, trophies, and other prized ornamental objects. As you can see, each element from the domain has exactly one element in the codomain, and all elements of the codomain has a preimage. Hence, it is both one-to-one and onto. Another example of one-to-one and onto is with these subjects and the category where they belong. Algebra is a major subject. Entrepreneurship is a general education subject that every student in the university takes. Take note that it is not a minor subject. And facilitating learning is a professional education subject that is specific to my course of teaching education. Each subject here has its own unique category, and all the categories here are associated with a specific subject. Next are one-to-one but not onto functions. These are functions where the domain has a unique codomain, but not all codomains have a preimage. Take for example these sets: rich personalities and the company they are affiliated with. Elon Musk owns Tesla, an electric car company. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon, an e-commerce platform which is similar to Lazada and Shopee here in the Philippines. And Bill Gates, as we all know, founded Microsoft, a large conglomerate who developed Windows, Office, and even the Teams platform we use for online instruction here in TSU. Each personality owns a unique company, hence it is one-to-one. However, neither of them are affiliated with GameStop, a game retailer that is getting the headlines recently for its stock prices. This function is not an onto function. Another one-to-one but not onto is the function between these two sets, the phone lineup and the brand associated with it. Apple revolutionized the smartphone industry when they released the original iPhone back in 2007. Since then, it remains to be a successful lineup, bringing advancements to smartphone technology. Another tech giant, Samsung, is one of the leading companies in Android phones. For this example, because Huawei does not have a lineup mentioned here, it is still a one-to-one function, but not onto. Next up is onto, but not one-to-one. Baliktad naman dito. Let's investigate these two domains. YouTube is a video streaming service. Netflix is also a video/movie streaming service. Spotify, on the other hand, is a music streaming service as well as Deezer. As you can see here in the mapping, because all the streaming types are exhausted, the function is onto. But since YouTube and Netflix are both for video streaming and Spotify and Deezer are both for audio or music, this is not a one-to-one function. Another example here is time and category. If it is day or night, we usually refer to 6 a.m. as 6 in the morning, while 12 p.m. here is noon. Both of these times are within the day. 6 p.m. and 12 a.m. here in the Philippines is considered evening or night. So here is the mapping. Each element in the codomain has a preimage, but there are two sets of time that belong to the same category of day and night. For the last one, we have the function which is neither one-to-one nor onto. Let's look at these sets of laptop lineups and their brands. The ThinkPad is a lineup of business laptops originally manufactured by IBM but is now acquired by Lenovo. I am a personal fan of this lineup and I use one as my daily driver. The HP's EliteBook is another business laptop known for its military-grade steel build. The XPS is one of the highly recommended laptops recently and is manufactured by Dell. The ProBook is another HP lineup. And IdeaPad is a consumer-grade laptop lineup also manufactured by Lenovo. As you see here, LG is not affiliated with any of these laptops, and a couple of these laptop lineups belong to just one company as well. For instance, the ThinkPad and IdeaPad. Hence, this function is neither one-to-one nor onto. Let's look at another example. The sets of educational levels and the department/agency under jurisdiction. Preschool levels up to high school are regulated by the Department of Education, while bachelor and master levels are under the Commission on Higher Education. The element TESDA has no preimage because this agency operates on vocational level education. Thus, this function is not onto. In addition, because for instance DepEd covers more than one educational level mentioned here, this function is also not a one-to-one function. Today we've learned how the combination of one-to-one and onto functions play out in real-life examples. That's all for this video and thank you for watching.